Hi, I'm Matimungo Beni, an actuarial specialist at Sanlam Corporate Investments. Today I'll be providing an update on the performance of the Sanlam Lifestage strategy over the third quarter of 2022. The volatile nature of investments market can be intimidating, especially during times of extreme market stress like we have experienced this year. Global economic activity has experienced a sharp and broad-based slowdown, while global inflation is significantly higher than seen in several decades. The third quarter of 2022 was marked by extreme volatility across asset classes as markets were rocked by growing fears of recession. This emerged as a result of hawkish central bankers, controversial fiscal developments in the United Kingdom, and deteriorating energy and geopolitical environment in Europe. In South Africa, unprecedented load shedding and lack of business confidence and policy reform continue to hinder growth. However, there was some relief when the headline consumer inflation fell to 7.6% year-on-year. South African equities fell 1.9% during the third quarter. Listed property was also down 3.5%, with South African inflation-linked bonds falling by around 1.2%. Cash delivered a 1.3% return, while nominal bonds also delivered a positive return of 0.6% over the quarter. International equities added value to investors. Over the last quarter, the MSCI World Index returned 2.9% in rand terms. International bonds returned 2.1%, while international property ended the quarter down 3.1%. When one zooms out to the one-year picture, all the local asset classes were in positive territory except listed property, which fell by 8.7%. Despite the rand weakening by 19.5% against the US dollar, global asset classes ended in the red over the past 12 months. The Sanlam Accumulation portfolio is a market-linked portfolio, meaning that its performance will generally move in a similar direction to growth markets such as equities. It is a strategy designed for retirement fund investors who are many years away from retirement. This allows them to invest predominantly in growth asset classes, aiming to grow their capital over a long term, as those investors have the luxury of time on their side to ride out market volatility. For the third quarter of 2022, the portfolio was down 0.5%, which can be attributed mostly to the returns earned on equity markets. Over the long term, the portfolio delivered positive returns and managed to outperform its composite benchmark over most periods. Despite the recent market downturn, the portfolio's performance since inception remains well in excess of inflation. Looking at the preservation phase of the Sanlam Lifestage strategy, the capital protection portfolio delivered a positive return over the quarter despite the challenging market conditions. Over the long term, the portfolio also posted strong inflation-beating returns well ahead of 7% per annum. This capital protection or non-negative return element is hugely important when one has a shorter-term investment time horizon, especially for those members who are close to retirement, as they don't really have the luxury of time on their side to ride out market volatility. This portfolio ensures that members close to retirement can rest well in the knowledge that their capital is protected. The Sanlam Lifestage strategy automatically dials up investment risk when a member has the capacity to take it on in the accumulation phase, and dials that same risk downward as the member approaches retirement. So in this manner, we are able to balance the often competing objective of growth versus capital protection. The recent market conditions have likely caused a lot of anxiety for investors. However, it is precisely at these times that knee-jerk and panic decisions should not be made. Rather ensure that you are in the correct strategy than trying to time the market. It's time in the market that usually delivers better outcomes than trying to time the market.